It may shock you to learn that I have never actually owned a GoBot. I mean, sure, I had some Rock Lords as a kid, but never an actual proper GoBot. Which has meant that I've always kind of wanted to pick one up just so I could see what they were like for myself. Fortunately though, things have changed and I am now the proud owner of a Stax, first released in 1984 and sent to me by a very kind gentleman named Wibblemaster. No relation. Who sent him to me along with something that will eventually be the topic for a whole other video on a whole other channel. But for now, let's talk about my first experience with a GoBot. A super GoBot, no less. That's the sound of quality right there. We'll start in Stax truck mode because, well, I just want to. And before anyone mentions it, yes, he is missing his titular smokestacks. They became guns for his robot mode, and from what I've seen on eBay, they seem to be missing from most copies of the toy around today that were actually played with. So I consider him missing them to be a sign that this toy was enjoyed appropriately before coming to me. Still, aside from that, he is in pretty good condition considering he's older than I am, and this is a pretty clean truck mode. I mean, sure, he doesn't hold together all that well anymore, but neither do I, so I'm not going to get up in his business over that. Also, there were versions of this toy that came with a blue car transporter trailer, but also some didn't, so it's hard to say whether this one is technically missing that or not. Let's say it's not. Anyway, let's transform this lad into what I'll charitably call his robot mode. Okay, he is goofy as hell, and I love him. He's just proportioned all wrong, but in a way that's very GoBot. But it's also, at the same time, oddly clean. The way the entire rear end folds away is remarkably elegant. Size-wise, he sits somewhere between the tall deluxe / small Voyager range for the size curious amongst you. And sure, he doesn't really do much in this mode. I mean, his legs do move, but all you can really do is put him into a light jog. But this is all very normal for a transforming toy from the 80s. Although he does have both elbows and shoulders, which puts him ahead of a lot of Transformers of this era, to be fair. Plus, those legs are a solid chunk of die-cast, so he's got a surprising amount of heft to him. Now, we have been dancing around the fact that he doesn't have, you know, a face. Like, he has a head, sure, but I'm not entirely sure where I'm supposed to look when I'm having a conversation with him. Wait, I can fix this. There we go. I'm aware it's not unusual for GoBots to have heads that are just like the windscreen, but it does give it the appearance of being more of a piloted mech than a sentient robot. Are they just like mech suits in Machine Robo, the series that was imported to create GoBots? Is this a Diaclone situation? Do I need to watch Revenge of Kronos? Also, he might be a rare case of an old transforming toy having an animation model that looks more awkward than the toy he's based on. That's almost impressive. He's also why we know that robot pornography exists in the GoBots universe, which I don't have any commentary on, nor needed to tell you, but I just wanted you to know that. So, chronic masturbator without a face he may be, but I've quite enjoyed my time with Stax. He has a charm that you only really get with old toys, and he feels just different enough to the Transformers of this era that I've handled to start to really understand why some people have a deep love for GoBots, despite the fact that they've been the butt of 1,000 jokes over the years. So big thanks to Wibblemaster for sending him my way. He really is a rattly little bugger, isn't he?